friends. It's the day. If you celebrate, Merry Christmas, Joyeux Noël, Frohe Weihnacht. Did I get that wrong? I might have gotten all those wrong. Well, the Merry Christmas I'm pretty sure of. If you don't celebrate, I hope you're having a good Thursday. Or whatever day you're watching this. But my partner and I just finished the Exit the Game Advent. Wonderful. We loved it. I'm definitely going to do it again next year. Here's a look at yesterday. This one is so different depending on the substrate. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I prefer it on this because it's bluer, though the name then doesn't apply. But here we are. This thing's pretty nice. With day 25, there is shimmer in this, which feels appropriate, right? Unlike coal black ink with a gold sheen. Yes, I'm still salty. Yeah. We have our Christmas meal going in the sous vide cooker. I will be doing the final step to finish up the dim sum chicken feet. We decided I could have finished them sooner, but we decided there was no rush because we had so much food. We'll put some in the freezer, etc., etc. So, yeah, those are going to happen. Now, let's go. This is looking so festive and lovely. Yesterday I went back and swatched day 2, Metamorphosis, I think it was. Metropolis, whatever. Some ink that had shimmer. The shimmer barely showed up, but that's what the red is. Now, 25. Let's go. I'm excited. I just want to make sure there's no contamination for this. I just cleaned my stove this morning because of the cooking. We had deep fried some stuff and it was so oily. Oh, this is such a good red. I have a nail polish that's about this color called Fat with a PH Santa. Well, it's possible I don't have it anymore, but I did have it. Gorgeous. What is today? Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Kiwi inks. Quetzalcoatl. Rolls off the tongue. If I remember right, this is a sheening and shimmering. The sun came out for a minute and I was like very excited. Although I will say this, I can see blue sky and that's the first time in a week, I think. Pretty much. I'm not doing the right proper cursive Q. I reserved the right to make the Q look like that because I don't like a cursive Q. Especially not as like the first letter. I have to say, we're going to take a look at this. I don't know if I should do a separate video with my thoughts. Maybe I will. Look at this, is all over the threads. Oh, I forgot to write date 25. That's all right. There's time to add it later. Yeah, I do think there's going to be some sheen because I can see the like layer of sort of neon-y yellow maybe floating. It's taken a bit to dry, but I laid it on thick over here. Am I getting some sheen? It's starting to have some greenish sheen around the edges. In the writing, there's definitely like a halo and the touch of green sheen. And you can see the shimmer in it is a bluey color. Yeah. This one you're starting to see it. You know what I can do now though? I can put labels on things. While we wait. Because I want to look at the month. This was the one day that I had spoiled when I tried to look in the... by spoiled, I mean I saw that the maker was a Kiwi Inks. When I tried to pull out the labels. It was my own fault. That's why I decided I'm not labeling as I go. So, overall, let's read some of the brands. We got this Sailor brand that I think many of us have never heard of, the Azonks. And then there's Ferris Wheel Press, blah, 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 whatever. Some colors that they mix themselves using the Platinum Mixable. Bungu Box, the Wet Pen, Amaria Stationery, which is an independent shop. Kiwi Inks, small company. A Pannonia one. Couple of Schaefer Script, which I think is nice because like you would think that they'd be a really like common ink, but I think a lot of us hadn't really tried Schaefer Script inks. I only have the one because I won it. They gave it to me because at the SF Pen Show last year, they did that like scavenger hunt type thing where you had to go around and get signatures. And this other woman and I finished it like the same time. I'd have finished first, but I was like being polite and waiting for this guy to be done talking to people. Anyway, so I got the consolation prize of a Schaefer Script ink in addition to the show ink. And like, cool. Not mad. So I really like this a lot for the like getting to try a whole bunch of different inks. And of these, there is only one. That's funny that it's the one I'm labeling that I had used before, which is this, the Wet Pen Blackberry. Because the Wet Pen Rainier Blue, which we got before, I haven't bought. And Kiwi Inks, I have some of theirs, but not these colors. I don't have Quetzalcoatl, and I don't have the lavender was the other one, I think. Yeah, I don't have that either. So in terms of like, did I just get a bunch of samples that I already had? No, which is pretty great. And I actually think, I know that Manda, for instance, was talking about how she was worried that she would get a bunch of inks that she already had samples for, because she has more ink than I do. And I think that's a valid concern. And I think this would have had many, mostly all, inks that she didn't have either. Oh, Everett Massacre, I also didn't have that one. But who, I'm not positive on that. So I feel like kudos to them for going to a bunch of different, like, especially small makers and getting inks, or seeking out inks that are probably not as common or familiar in the US as they might be elsewhere, like the Sailor, the Mishima, and the Azonks. And Bungu Box, which is keeping in with their brand too, because they have a lot of look at that. They have a lot of Japanese stuff in their store. So I'm curious what you thought of this. Are you tempted? Do you wish you had gotten it? If they do this next year, are you going to try and get one? And if you've been watching, or you have the Color Vent or the Diamine Ink Vent, would you rather have any of those? I will say the one thing that they have going for them is you get more ink, as in quantity per container. That's not actually a plus for me. I have so much ink. And I think we're watching ink dry, which is great. I think that I like having a little bit of a lot. And I like getting to try stuff that I wouldn't otherwise have gotten to try. So this was pretty great for me. I don't know if I will ever again get another ink vent. Like the Diamine one and the Colorverse one. I do think, like, if other brands did one, I might be interested. Like somebody mentioned Wearing Goal. That would be dope. That would be cool. This is almost dry, but I'm going to put this down so that we can look at the calendar page, because we faffed around long enough. Here we are. So the other thing that they did that I think is really amazing, this is a pretty balanced selection. A bit heavy on the green for my personal tastes, but there's a little bit for everyone. It's not just full of blue like a certain something that we had last year. It wasn't like Blue Vent, Colorverse. I think Colorverse has not done Blue Vent this year, which is nice. They do have one color that I'm bummed that I won't get. But here we are with the month. It's a good yellow. There's only one yellow for yellow lovers, but I think yellow is a tough color for inks. There's a couple of browns, no black. I wouldn't have minded if they did something like shiny black or Shogun or, a really interesting black. Or even Chokuro, but though Chokuro would be expensive to do. This one I'm drawn to. This is the Mishima one. It's a bit peachy. And then, yeah, I do love this Rainier blue. And I like the way this Emerald Bay that they mixed looks on the Tamora River. But I'm wondering, like, which of these is my favorite? Which of these is your favorite? If I just look at the page, it's this one, and that one, and that one, which is 2 of the inks they mixed themselves. Pretty fantastic. So that's it. We're done. No jam today, because the last one was yesterday. It has been fun. It has been fun. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the whole thing. So if you can, share them in the comments. Oops, we got a hair over here. Man, is there hair everywhere. And that's all. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Bye.